They hire hoodlums from outside the Imo State. They bring them in pretending to be Ipob, and they commit this crime and they they go away.
Una no go the latest update from Hope Uzodimma. Unumana since Gentle the Yahoo, BLA Commander Pota, 1 or 2 about go Hope Uzodimma. Since that time, we have been waiting to hear from Hope Uzodimma. So in a new video of Hope Uzodimma don't finally clear the air. The almighty Hope Uzodimma talk say insecurity where they happen for Imo State. Say no be IPOB. Is not related to Biafra people. Say it's not Biafrans that are causing the insecurity in Imo State, even in the southeast at large. Can you believe this? The almighty Hope Uzodimma. That the people causing the insecurity in Imo State and southeast at large, the people are sent, no agent of that, they were sent to Imo State, no borough IPOB. Me say when I heard it, I couldn't believe it. From almighty Hope Uzodimma. Hey, I can't believe that this is coming from Hope Uzodimma. Honestly, oh no ma, in that Gentle's broadcast, Gentle's no young one we Hope Uzodimma. Akuno no mboko ya. So I'm not here to happen on the ground. Because me wanna listen to this video and do well to share this video, please.
They hire hoodlums from outside the Imo State. They bring them in pretending to be Ipob, and they commit this crime and they they go away. So it is not about Ipob. Yes, we agree. We have aggrieved Ipob members, but I can tell you, those who are doing this destruction, most of them were brought from outside Imo State.
So, if you say that they are really not Ipob members, another insinuation that a few commentators have put into this is perhaps the military operations that we saw in the past few days, which of course you also commented about. Is there any link between that military operations and what we saw in the last few days?
As I speak to you, honest political leaders and religious leaders have approached me to encourage military to come around, because these people have created fear into the citizens by their dastardly act. So it is not about the military. If anything, our people want the military around so that they can have sense of security and go about their businesses without fear of any molestation.
But in what we have seen, you said that you are going to send a report to the federal government on what is happening. So how do you then handle the situation going?
But to the glory of God, they were not successful. How do we imagine that people are already organizing press conferences in Abuja, trying to address press as to what they thought that could have happened in Imo State, but God stopped them and they were not successful in their operation. Yes.
We have chosen to say the truth. Even if we are going to die, let us die and let tomorrow appreciate what we said. And so, as far as I'm concerned, the federal government is complicit. The day they want this insurgency to finish, it will be done. Actively, they are working with Turkey, they are working with Saudi Arabia, they are working with everything to Islamize. But the real agenda is to take over Nigeria. And all these insurgents that you see happening is from Mauritania, is from Senegal, is from Cameroon, is from all over the place, trying to ensure that the indigenous people of this country do not have a say, but the Fulanis have a say. We are not against Fulani people. In government here in Benue State, I have Fulani people who are in my government. I have no issue about Fulanis, indigenous people. Everybody in this country, Nigeria, comes from somewhere. Even the two people where I govern today as governor, they come from somewhere. But we have settled today. Because of the rise in population, there is nowhere you can say that the two people or Benue people should leave Benue State to go to Cameroon. Where is the land? To go to where? Where is the land? And so this is the main problem that we're having in this country. If this government will appreciate and stop deceit against the people, we shall all work as a team. Nigerians, wherever we come, let us cohabit and live together. But where a particular ethnic group wants to take over the country and make some of us slaves, I can never be a slave to anyone. It is better I die and not be alive. I cannot be a slave to any Fulani man. Fulani should live their life. The Tea people should live their life. The Yoruba people should live their life. Hausa people should live their life. Every other person should live their life.
You know, I used to say this thing often and often. You can bury truth, but the truth will resurrect one day. Hope Uzodimma have been partnering with the Nigerian government, the Fulanis, criticizing and spoiling the Igbo's brothers and the Igbo sons, criticizing and spoiling and doing everything humanly possible to make sure that he frustrates his family. And today, let me tell you, do you know why Hope Uzodimma is coming out now to air like this? Hope Uzodimma, number one, be say in leg, one leg is there for office, one leg there for outside. Number two, he did not know his fate, the next thing, based on the current government now. Number three, he said in 2027, they did not actually know what will become of him or what the government is going to be, who is going to be there. You know the zigzag that is going on in the platform of the Jagaba. There is every tendency of Jagaba even being coming to, whether to carry or to kidnap by the FBI. You know, there is a result or a report that will be released coming May 2nd based on the drug past 1990 case matter. Do you understand? And as he stands now, Hope Uzodimma did not have hope again. He have lost hope. And of hope which he had before, he have lost it now. It is now in the balcony of hopeless. So he is now looking for a ladder to perch, of which so that if he's falling, he will not fall yakata. He will have a means of what is support backup. That is why you see him coming out to cry like this. Now, Hope Uzodimma is now saying that there are some set of people. You know, I told you people that that Hope Uzodimma have a colonial master, the Fulani, the one in charge. That is the people that impose him on us. Do you agree with me now that Hope Uzodimma was imposed on us, not by our choice? Now, he was serving the masters, and now the masters is about failing him, disappointing him. That is why he's coming out now to cry out. If there is any atom of forgiveness, maybe his people will now wake up. But this is a medicine after death. If you like, make a repent in the church, but before us, we know they forgive him. Because he has committed so many atrocities, and people are warning him and talking to him. He give us a deaf ear. Now he have come to this because Nigeria is a nation, it's a country that they will stand to use you. When they use you, finish, they will use you and they will dump you. Especially once you are an Igbo person. This is something that they fail to understand, and we want to, me personally, intend to educate Hope Uzodimma, but he failed to listen to me because he believes he have people that surround him with a gun. He have the federal man, he's living in Abuja, he's not living in after all, his own children is not in Nigeria. But let me tell you, Hope Uzodimma is, why are you now coming out now to cry? Why didn't you tell us all this in the first place? Why did you join others, you know, to kill your brothers, to kill your blood, and to betray them? Even many of them, you carry them and hand them over to Fulanis, and many of them are still in jail. Many have entered grave. And those that you sponsored by yourself, which you use yourself and your own boys. Excuse me, where is a Bubago? Is it not Hope Uzodimma that form a Bubago? And no, Hope Uzodimma that form the Bubago. He formed the Bubago, empower the Bubago, give them gun, and they give the Bubago go ahead to kill their own brothers. Do you know how many people that the Bubago sentenced to death early before their time? Their God-given time. Then you are now coming now to tell me to forgive you. Because the IDP camp, that he reached an agreement with the Fulanis to build in Imo State. Are you going to buy which the Fulanis will use to penetrate into Igbo by the Imo State? From there, they will ransack Igbos and kill Igbos and dominate just the same way they did in Kwara State. And as I speak to you, many of them now, there is a new championing terrorists that have come now. you know, they have given the Kwara people quick notice to evacuate from their ancestral land. You understand? So now, Hope Uzodimma signed that contract with the Fulanis, and that was, which is Nigerian government. That was why they gave him from 4th position to 1st position by Kekere Kuku. Kekere Ku, God bless you. That she said that is the current CJN now.
So they do magomago. They do
Of
magomago.
course they do. She even went ahead. She told us that she was having eye problem when she judged the case. And the person that is having eye problem, how can you now judge matter? You should have gone to clinic and clean your ear and clean your eye and clean your memory, clean everything about you, and become holy and be neat to handle issues like this, because this is a critical issue. But this is something, a game that already been planned, paid for. Plan and do what? Paid for. So she only appeared to do what? To just finalize it. And that's what she did. And he now imposed a Fulani governor upon us in person of Hope Uzodimma. And today, he himself now has failed by giving them IDP camp in Imo State. The people resisted him, and up to today, he was resisted and he could not succeed. So the money, let me tell you again, the money Hope Uzodimma collected from the Federal Republic of Nigeria, which he promised to hand them over IDP camp in Imo State, Hope Uzodimma is about to vomit.
So it didn't work out.
It did not work out. They frustrated that effort. So the money that he collected is what is about to vomit. And how technical know-how is what is worrying him now. Because he doesn't know how to vomit that huge amount of money. Do you know what that means? Because there is every tendency of him, if he did not return that money or refund that money according to English people, you understand, they may likely arrest him or buy him or poison him. They may jail him too.
So do you think that's why he's begging?
That's why I don't work for you. So all this man, now this matter, you don't understand where I'm going to. I'm giving you the reasons why somebody like Hope Uzodimma, which you and I know very well, how hard he is to the Igbos. You understand? Even to the people, the indigenous of Imo State, how hard he was to them. For him coming now, that means there is something fishing. And those things that are fishing or things that is still yet to fish out is what I have pointed out. That will later you will see. The world will now see what I am saying. You know one thing about me, I always like to air my point of truth. And if you look, see, I may not speak that eloquent English that you may be expecting from me or you are hearing from others. But look at that my cut and knee English, you will find the atom of truth today, which at the end of the day, that thing which I said will always spring up.
But what he said Nnamdi Kanu and Ipob are not the one causing me.
Because he knows that they are not the one causing me, because he has been paid. He knows where the problem is coming from. He knows. But he supported them, and after supporting, they will now use that crime and put it upon Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, and put it upon Ipob, and put it upon Simon Ekpa, because of their benefits, because of the promises, because of their, God bless you, the selfish interest, because of the waterway they don't drink together and the signature they sign agreement. You understand? In that they are occultic coven altar. Do you understand? So you see now, they are now failing. And secondly again, let me tell you, finally, the major thing, Hope Uzodimma is now seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, because to him he believed before that by now Biafra would have been, dead and dusted. But he's now seeing it, instead of dead and dusted, the thing is even flying higher and higher. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, escalating, growing, gigantically, both locally and internationally. And the other one is this, that is now seeing Biafra coming. It is no longer a child's play. It has become a global. It has become a reality. It has become an issue that draws the global giants' attention.
World leaders.
That is the world leaders. When I mean global giants, you should understand the giants, those that control nations. When I mean nation, I'm not talking of Nigeria. I'm talking about people that control nations with integrity. People such like Putin, such like Donald Trump, such like my brother Benjamin Netanyahu. You see why he is coming out to cry and do some little confession. But thank God for that confession, because with this, we will stand more vibrant and more royal and more faithful to what we are pursuing. Up Biafra.
Hello and welcome back to our channel, still on the destruction of Innoson Motors showroom by Soludo's government. Finally, Innoson himself has spoken through a recorded phone call, telling the world how he feels about what happened and what actually happened. We are going to play the phone conversation he had with a popular Igbo voice, Udejeka Ndiamusu. But before we play the audio, I would like to react collectively to some comments on my channel yesterday. Some people were saying Innoson was giving prior notice. Some said it was last December, this and that. They said he ignored it. Some said he wants to show he is above the law. Some said my channel did not investigate before reporting. Some of you guys think we are playing here. We are not playing. No, we are not playing. Those who have followed Igbo Area TV for a while knows we don't report anyhow. We are not here to report anyhow. I'm surprised that despite my detailed explanation yesterday, some were still commenting whatever they like on the comment section. Please note, for our channel here, it's beyond content creation. We actually defended Igbo people, and we don't defend Igbo people in evil deeds. Please watch and hear from Innoson himself and disregard whatever you claim some authorities in Nnewi or elsewhere told you. Listen to Innoson on this matter.
Good morning, sir, doctor, engineer, Obozundi Bonine, Innoson Motors, Ogaderegema. Big Admonam, Igadiki, Channel Aguago, Rapuna, Moponare Buawo. Yes, Moponare Buawo, Tumokona, Wadoko, Warsaw. Because many people now come all over the world, because your issue. Okay, for demolition company. So, Atomuka Biko, Oblu 1 minute to 3 minutes. Kineken brief Makana Opa Gagabaira. Can the man Nukeno Nugi? Exactly, if a melonu. The state government to Webia, demolition, your company, Kinekenya Logi, Nelundibo, Candibo, when I want Biko, Guinea Melanaya company to demolition, Biko.
Well, I'm a mufti now. I'm a nana real. You look at Nalo and I put on Silva. I don't against you. My if I receive the issue, the my problem. There's no why not why I come to the bar. Any other thing I don't joke or doing on. Because I don't against if I know. I support on Silva. Manana, you know, I put them to the Caseba. Makamoto de bar. I'm not allowed to call it. What's the problem?
The Governor Soludo Abalagi as CEO, Innoson Motors. That means I want to go to any notice. Then all of a sudden, Father Bozier Kunu, video demolition, maybe where your vehicles.
No, yeah, in demolition an issue. If an issue, how many man I promote the bar.
That is the area Muanabia. So what if I notification? Nothing like notification.
Well, even I want to hang in 10 minutes or 20, 30 minutes in the book.
Okay. Therefore, motor neck damage. Motor you wake.
Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. Ndị mmadụ nọ n'ọfịs na-alụ ọrụ ha wee bịa obe ka ha jiri itu.
Imagine.
Obe ka ndị nọ n'ọfịs jiri itu. Onye ọka ibupụta moto ma ha na accept.
Okay, how many of your vehicle we fed them age you know? In where you can't
about 20 something vehicles the damaged. And actually new one.
Oh my God. And since then, I'm getting a phone, singing all the sorry. Okay, I'm a travel, I'm not an Anambra State, in there, maybe he destroy the company. Okay, that means is it a number?
I try to make grand interview. I try to make about face to face. I need discuss.
Mana I got only on the phone. When I need na piano, or money in a meet yeah.
Information on that I book appointment. They say book here.
Good. Man, obu needs your number. I'm going direct number. Agent direct number.
But don't worry.
Man, I give him but since then, how many days now? You destroy your company.
1 week.
Then that 1 week now, since then, on Uberi or Mobero, even in a Nagabaira, or you on a phone, make him buy Sigibia or money for them.
I don't know. I don't know. I ask him, I don't know.
All right. If I got now, because nothing materially no and virtually modified because now a lot of things. And when they are saying 10 days, when they are saying Agualagua, when they are saying, when so I can see where Innoson. Innoson.
One man. And I bought
good.
Because I'm an I don't listen to him.
That is what I'm telling them. I'm a troublemaker. You are a very peaceful man. You are a very simple man. You are very humble. No one this man only get notification. He get moto.
I'm a manufacturer. I'm a manufacturer one time I call no. Interview. Even I online who are the first person call make one thing for government.
Thank you.
Interview governor my friend,
mana ikuloku aswa fibo ifokis we ko gugi no wudi bene selege ne mana indirectly by now obviously ogi no bona odi genuine in mind because na ayini na bu mado ayini na bu Anambra we call expect ani can name me fe ko suwedi no solo ono bu na no
say anything he can't say anything until my love of if I what happened, like I'm doing
because now what I'm trying to say Buna on what if for some demolition company and they supposedly he's supposed to notify you all the Igbo, you know Ipob, or suppose you make him respect is reciprocal. I don't make politics more compromise. If we find you I not Igbo today. And when money the Kagina Igbo, money the Kagan when I need what's natural Japan, natural Dubai. Now you are the first Dubai I confirm. Why no man quizzle respect? I'm a nigga bupie. If I'm we call a spade we call spade a spade. They find out na Igbo. So I it's a pity. I'm very sorry for what happens to you, the honorable doctor. Oh,
thank you very much.
The CK Uzodimma. Thank you. More than do not be afraid. I need that your investment. I need the we need it more than as you expect. Udo dịrị gị, sir.
Thank you very much.
Nagazie.
That was the recorded phone conversation between Innoson and Odeje Kendamosu. Based on the audio, Innoson revealed he is in a very good relationship with Governor Soludo and supports the work Soludo, the governor, is doing. After all, nobody is against development. Innoson said he is aware of the road construction going on and he supports it. But he said he is surprised of such demolition without notice, or probably with short notice. He said if the company was informed, they would have moved away the vehicles. He said even if it was 30 minutes notice that was given to them, they would have moved away the vehicles. Just 30 minutes. That it wouldn't take them anything to move away the vehicles. Please note that carefully. He said, but those who came for that operation refused to listen to their pleas to move away the vehicles. And about 20 plus vehicles were damaged. All were brand new vehicles. He said even his staffs, they managed to leave the buildings. They were all trapped after the demolition. Many of them left through ladders to show you that the destruction obstructed them from leaving the building. So, according to Innoson, he's not been able to reach Governor Soludo. We had Governor Soludo is in UK. He is there to see Anambra people. So perhaps after Innoson speaks with Governor Soludo, we will pass whatever is the information to you again. Listen again. We don't pass fake information. We pass authentic information. Anytime you want to argue about videos here, watch the whole length of the video to understand the video. Don't just watch a minute and you will come back. These guys are reporting fake. I saw all your comments yesterday, but I will read the reaction of one of our viewers yesterday. Our viewers are wise, but these guys comment, oh, very intelligent. And that's like what I told you about the man, an elder who reacted to that. You know, this is not how the government was supposed to act. The government was supposed to act with understanding. Having known who Innoson is in the state, Innoson is one of the biggest employer of labor in Anambra State.